Greetings, one and all global editorial viewers and or readers. I know we live in a TikTok generation, so not many people have an attention span over 15 seconds. And the 280 character limit of Twitter obviously gets to people as well, but I'm actually going to rant on a bit. We might even break the 120 second barrier, but I'm standing here on beautiful Magic Point in Malabar National Park in Sydney South, and that's behind me is beautiful Maroubra Beach, making up one of Sydney's 100 beaches in the pristine waters of the South Pacific Ocean. Look at these beautiful rock formations, and this is a city of 5 million inhabitants. And we're actually currently in our 42nd day of COVID-free, so I mean, we've been pretty lucky here in Australia. I mean, that's what happens when you close off international borders. That's the flip side. What I'm talking about today is today I mark an atrocious day. That's right, the 11th of March. And that's a day that I unfortunately was born. Some would say fortunately, but I say unfortunately. No, just kidding. Now, according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the average life expectancy of an Australian white male, and you can call me such thing, I mean, of course we're all African, but my skin tone says that I'm white, is 84. And for those not familiar, I'm actually 42 today, so a moment of silence for that. So that means officially half my life is over. Now that's according to life expectancy, as in natural death. But look, I could easily fall down today and finish it off today, but no, we're not going to go down that road. Let's not be too morbid. It's too pretty, too nice. So 42, so I'm officially middle-aged. And I don't know about my viewers, it could be millennials, it could be even younger, it could be Generation Z, as Americans would say, Generation Z, here in Australia. I want you to ponder today what life's about. I mean, 42 years have gone past really quickly for me. And I'm just trying to think, what does the next 42 years entail? And standing here today makes you think, is life too short? Is life too long? So I want you to ponder that, because if life is too short, then we must be better as human beings. As I've always said, Earthlings, we must be better uniting as one. Stop being petty, stop being nationalistic, all this jingoism, all this crap about, you know, I've got an American flag, I've got an Australian flag stuff. That's all rubbish. Because at the end of the day, we're one. We're all from Africa, or we share the same DNA. Our pigmentation changes a bit with 0.1%. But do we really need to get too violent, especially when you approach middle age? We've just got to take a chill pill, relax, and open our minds to society, to life, and be better. Or do we just become grumpy old men and we're going about, just because we're born in a certain country, certain circumstance, what we get from our families, we take those views and we're not willing to change. I think we should become more liberal and more open-minded as we get older. I don't like that saying we get more conservative as we get older, because, as I said, life is too short. So as I walk around here, bear with me. If I do fall down, you will see a live death on camera, which means I'll go viral, and it's probably the way young people get attention. But I don't know if I will, because I'm a boring old codger. But that's my global editorial. Today's a bit different. I'm not going to go about geopolitics, but although I will mention in 6 days' time, Mark Rutte is seeking re-election after dissolving Parliament. I mentioned it in the last vlog. Thank you for those from the Netherlands especially, who gave me a shout out. The Netherlands, one of the great countries in the world, and let's see if Mark Rutte can make it. I mean, if he does, he'll be one of the longest serving Western world leaders. And also Mario Draghi, still doing a great job as a technocrat in Italy, putting things together. Italy's becoming once again a great country. Also, personally, Armenia. We're going through some turmoil there in September, through something I just mentioned, jingoism, nationalism, the Karabakh and the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. Shout out, Parevner, and now, obviously, there's a bit of a revolution taking place. Again, the army wants to get involved. Now, we don't want that. Putin is sitting back, loving this kind of stuff. And Armenia is trying to become a middle country. When I say middle country, we're talking like a Slovakia or Hungary. But it's failing. It's still stuck in that Russian satellite sphere. And now the people are saying, let's get the army involved. Because Nikol Pashinyan tried to become more democratic, but the Karabakh conflict brought out nationalistic tendencies. Unfortunately, people are revolting against democracy. But that's just a personal thing. I know Armenia doesn't really play much of a role in the world today, but it's still the oldest Christian civilization in the world. So always think about Armenia, and I know you'll probably never visit, but it's always a special place, especially for me. But as I said, the world is all about being one, and I'm not going to pick and choose which country is better just because I have a heritage or I speak Armenian or my parents gave me a so-called language. We have to be better than that, and that's why at 42, I think I've decided I'm going to become more liberal, and I'm going to annoy the hell out of my conservative society or the community around me. No, just kidding. I mean, I just got to be yourself, And happy Mardi Gras as well to all those people in Sydney. Sydney's home to the oldest LGBTQ parade in the world. And let me just say, hope to see you soon in the great Sutherland.